What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splat, and today we are chilling and getting kind of thirsty up in here, although we are really overweight. Like, seriously, we're a couple kilograms away from being just far too overweight, but I've become paranoid now. Like, some of the walks are so long in this game that it's made me incredibly nervous. I'm actually going to drink sodas. They weigh the most. Sodas, they weigh a lot, so if you're trying to get rid of weight, I would suggest using the sodas. We've also got a risk of intestinal parasites with any of this food down here. I took it from, we'll have to check in a second to see if that's venison or if that's actually, is this wolf meat? It's wolf meat. Okay, so we're going to have to cook that up too in order to make it functional. But that should supply us with our dinner tonight. In the previous episode, we had run into some weirdness. A little bit of weirdness with regards to, I think we had actually like an Aurora Borealis thing going on where the entire world had lit up for just a second and like the wolves had like this crazy gleam in their eyes and things were not looking positive. I can tell you that much. It was looking a little bit sketchy. Can I pry this open? Yeah, let's go ahead and loot a few of these last locations. I know I was avoiding it on the last episode just because we're so heavily overweight, right? I don't need water. A whetstone I'll take, though. I'll absolutely take a whetstone. The energy bar we will take. And cloth, accelerant. That's stuff that I can't walk away from, unfortunately. Just stuff that I can't walk away from. Some items are just too useful. I will always pick them up regardless of how overweight they make me. Just because they tend to dwindle down. It's that training from survival mode. Like, you play survival mode enough and you become a pack rat about things. You'll be like, I need this and this and this. Let's keep an eye out. I think our ultimate goal for right now is that we fix the rifle. And so we need, look for more info about the forest talkers in the old hunting lodge. And so I think where it wants me to go is I think we're going to have to go all the way back. I think we're done with the maintenance yard. And so I think we've probably got a little bit of a walk in front of us for now. I'm carrying around a lot of wood. We should be able to get our weight back down pretty quickly. I'm a little bit worried about our energy levels. But by and large, I think this walk is going to be simple so long as there aren't too many wolves. My condition's sitting at like 100%, so we don't have to worry about combat with wolves too much. I don't know if there's any ways out of here, but frankly, I'm not super interested in like dicking around in this location any longer, simply based on the fact that we have all of the things that we need. The only reason I'd be like stumbling around in the snow trying to find extra areas of the zone is if I was lacking anything, and I'm not. So let's keep on trucking. Let's head on back to the destination. I'm going to try and get to the edge of the map here. My guess is that this episode is probably going to be fairly heavily edited for all of you because I'm pretty sure this is going to turn into like an hour of walking. I'm almost positive. Anytime that I end up in the Muskeg, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of survival mode in between this. Like, in between the episodes that I've been recording for YouTube, I've been playing a lot of survival mode on my own. And anytime I end up in the Forlorn Muskeg, it's just like, oh boy, here we go. It's just Walkfest 2000 and whatever year it is, 17, there we go. I'll remember what you... Dude, time gets away from you. As you get older, I'm telling you, man. It feels like yesterday. It was like 2006, and I was like the shit, and I was like awesome. And now it's like 2017, and I'm like old, and I'm walking into the wind in the middle of the snow right now. It's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. It's not something that I think particularly you want to be striving for. Let's keep moving, though. Back at the train right now, and honestly, the wind direction is the thing that's getting us into the most trouble right now. The wind direction is making it really, really difficult. We've got like a northern wind coming in right now, kind of like a northwestern wind that's making it incredibly difficult to move our way through here. Hopefully, when we get back to the old hunting lodge and we fix the gun, we'll be all right. But... is the gun inside? Let me look at my key items real fast and make sure that the fixed gun, so it's a repaired rifle. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure the gun was good to go. There was some rumor back in the day that they were going to add like a pistol to the game. I remember it had art and everything. I think they linked it on one of the dev blogs where they were going to add like a, it was like a 357 revolver or like a 38 special to the game that was specifically just for dealing with wolves. And oh, there we go. We got a break from the wind finally. Awesome. But it never got added. I'm kind of wondering if it's going to come with other episodes or how that's going to happen. I know a lot of people were kind of salty about the fact that the game did not come out with the full story mode. I know I've gotten a couple complaints from people being like, yeah, they only gave us like the first episode of story mode when like we were supposed to get the entire game. And I'm like, well, I can understand that. I can understand that. I think over here we're going to have to break off the path ever so slightly to get around a landslide or something like that. But I would have really liked to have seen the revolver Because in a lot of cases, the rifle is really heavy and you don't want to carry it around with you. The rifle, I think the rifle weighs like 5 kilograms or something like that, which is easily like 16 to 20% of what you can actually carry. I had always thought that like a really cool thing for them to add to this game would have been the fact that as you're walking around, just like they added a skill for tailoring and stuff like that, I would have liked to have seen it if they had added a skill for weightlifting, essentially. So as you walk around, you basically just get stronger, and every time you level that up, so when you go from beginner to apprentice, it goes from 30 to 35 kilograms you can carry. And then after 35 kilograms, it goes up to 40, ending at 45 that you can carry with you by the time you've been walking around the game for 70, 80 plus days. Because you do get stronger. I knew guys when I was out in the field who could barely carry like 60 pounds in their backpack, like on their first days. And then by the end of the season, they'd be carrying 195 pounds and not really worrying about it and able to truck it around all day. It's just that backpacking strength. I'm kind of glad I didn't have to go all the way around on this. I'm really glad. That actually is going to save us a lot of trouble from some wolves. Well, I'll get back with you when we're in the Muskeg right now. Just a big old... They're essentially making us walk across the entire game world right now to drop this stuff off. So don't panic if it's you. It's just a real long walk in front of us. And we don't really have the energy levels to support it. So it's probably a good idea right now to throw a little bit of coffee down. It'll probably get us into trouble. I can't drink coffee like this. Makes me sick to my stomach. I think it's the acidity of the coffee. If I drink a whole bunch of coffee, I always end up feeling really, really nauseous. Like especially if I learned that lesson the hard way, as I drank coffee on an empty stomach one time and got super sick. Like I was not feeling good at all. It felt like I was getting the flu or something like that. Like I hadn't had anything to eat that day. And in the afternoon, I was feeling real tired, so I just drank a big cup of coffee real fast. And woof, I don't think I've ever felt so nauseous in my life. It was bad. Don't drink coffee on an empty stomach. That's a bad call. Into the Muskeg, doop, into the Muskeg. Oh, bro, we're in Broken Railroad right now, but we're going to Muskeg. Muskeg is kind of in survival mode. It's sort of interesting how this all rearranges. I've been playing on Stalker a lot, kind of getting used to the difficulty curve now that they've made wolves a lot stronger. And like in Stalker mode, this zone is just, it's awful. This zone, if you start in this zone in survival mode, it's bad for you. It's really bad. I started a survival mode gameplay all the way in the corner of this map that way in like minus 17 degrees weather with like a blizzard and no weapons or anything else like that. And dude, making your way through this zone with the amount of wolves trying to get out of here, this place is a death trap in survival mode if you start here. It's okay if you get a gun first and then you come here, or you get like flares and you come here first, or you get like a flare gun and then you come here. But if you start here with like nothing, like bucket ass naked, if you start here bucket naked, it's all kinds of bad. You'll be having some problems. You'll be having some issues. The dead guy over here we've already looted. I'm going to try and keep the wind on one side of me. My estimation is that like I'd like to spend my time in the zone here. Let's get rid of some of this weight. What can I eat for right now? What do I have on me? So I got some crackers. Saltines works. I don't really care about our thirst right now because we're carrying around a lot of water. And so 500 calories right there. We'll go ahead and get some of these energy bars down too. I don't want to deal with intestinal parasites right now. If we end up with some kind of weird gut worm, that's going to kind of suck. That still has 64 calories left on it. Okay, that's not much, but it's something. Let's get moving. We got a lot of walking to do. Stay away from the water in this zone, too. The water in this zone is notoriously unreliable. Notorious! It's all kinds of bad. This water over here. The frozen ice in this zone, it has the tendency to crack and break on you and dip you into the water. So watch out for that. It is very dangerous, especially if you've been to other zones like Mystery Lake, or if you've been to like Coastal Highway where there's not a lot of thin ice. This place has a ton of thin ice, and the part that makes that difficult is that the thin ice really has no indicator that it's thin until you're already standing on it. Like in real life, what you do is you walk with a pipe or with like a hatchet and you smack the ice, and I guess you listen to the sound or something like that. At least that's what people who live in icy regions have told me, is that you can hear the sound. It makes kind of like a wow, like a sound. It makes kind of like a weird oscillating sound depending on whether it's safe or not when you smack it. And I think that's a wolf on the tracks right there. Maybe? I don't know. It doesn't look like a wolf on the tracks. But in this game, there's no way to test for that until you're already out on the ice and it's like, yo, thin ice warning. And so in general, I only tend to cross, especially in this zone, ice that is very, very narrow and that I can sprint across very rapidly. That's pretty much my rule. Can I sprint across it? All right, then I'll cross it. If I can't make it across in a single sprint, not going across that ice. I'll just avoid it in the Muskeg. Oh, we got a wolf coming in. Let me get my flare gun out here. See if I can run this little bastard off. There we go. And we need to move before he decides that he's ready to come back after us. Now, we did replace the flare shells that we had previously, so I shouldn't have... I think I'm on my last flare right now. Jesus, there's another one. Do I have a flare? Here, give me a flare. So what you can do, I'm going to show you a little bit of wolf tactics here. Things that I've learned from playing in Stalker mode. They've changed the way that flares work. So flares don't work the way that they used to. The way that flares used to work is you would just light a flare and then you would walk near a wolf and it would run away. It doesn't work like that anymore. Now you need to maintain eye contact with the wolf while holding a flare if you want them to go away. And even then they won't go away. They'll just follow you at a distance like this guy's doing right here. But they shouldn't attack. The bonus to that is if you're holding a flare when a wolf attacks you, sometimes when you drop the flare, it accidentally bounces off of them. And if you can throw a flare and hit them with it, it will make them run away. However, that's kind of like, I wouldn't rely on it too heavily. So you see how he's just kind of following me right now? Don't get antsy about it. Like, once you learn their behavior, you should be alright. This one over here should leave me alone too. In a minute, he'll get frustrated and he'll try to charge me. Don't throw your flare at him. Let him charge you. He'll stop when he gets right in front of you if you maintain eye contact. So just do what you can in order to keep yourself safe. We're halfway through the day. We've got enough flares to where I think I can exit this zone without too many problems. This wolf over here is an issue, but I think so long as we have a flare open, we should be alright. You want to watch out with multiple wolves because they can chain attack you. I do think the developers should add a stipulation where if you beat up one wolf and you scare one wolf, they should all run away briefly to stop that from happening, because it's very easy right now with the current AI changes to have like 4 wolves just chain attack you back to back to back to back as you scare them off. Now, if you've got a good armor rating, you might survive that, or if you're using the blacksmith's hammer to run them off. The blacksmith's hammer is actually, I think, the best weapon in the game right now. I really like the blacksmith's hammer because, A, you only have to fill up the little meter by like a quarter to make them run away. And really, that's all you want anyways, is for the wolves to leave you alone and run off in a different direction. Did we lose that wolf over there? Looks like we might have lost his ass. The other issue is we're carrying raw meat with us right now, so we're going to be a beacon for every bear and wolf in the area. They did add smell to the game. It's a thing that exists. I don't know if we have the smell meter anymore, but it looks like we ditched that wolf back there. Good. I feel a lot better knowing that his stupid ass isn't following us anymore. That means that we might be able to make the edge of the zone by the end of the day. If I can make it over to... Was there anything left inside of here that I left behind for myself? I don't know if I left anything behind over here. There's some scrap metal and some cloth and a bedroll. You know, I'm not really... We can take some charcoal for... Oh, no, we can't take any charcoal from here. Okay, I was going to take some charcoal, but I guess not. We've got enough wood to last, so I'm not going to freak out about it. I think I'm just going to make for the edge of the zone, and we're going to do our thing. But yeah, when it comes to wolves, I think that the hammer is the best. That's the one that I've settled on that I always carry now. Even if I have a knife or a hatchet, I usually use the hammer to scare wolves, because you can usually scare them off with only minor bruising and only a loss of like 5 durability, 3 durability, and 5 status, if you can make that happen. And you only have to fill up the meter like a quarter in order to make it work, which, in my opinion, makes it... Oh, we only got 1 flare left. This is dirty bad boo-boo dumb. It's because I'm carrying too much meat around with me. You can see that wolf headed for me already right now. I'm also carrying a lot of weight, which means I make a lot of noise, and the wolves are attracted to that as well. When this flare goes out, we're going to have issues. So we want to get a little gap in between us and him so that I have time to light another flare if need be. We're going to wait for our stamina to fill up, and then we're going to turn around and we're going to sprint to get that gap. Let's go for it. This flare is undoubtedly about to go out. I can almost guarantee it. And the second that it does, he's going to charge us. And we have to have enough of a gap. Oh, Jesus, there's another one right there. All right. Well, we are wolf to hell and back, man. The fleabag nature of this zone. I'll tell you what. The fleabag-filled nature of this zone is just horrifying. Although, I bet wolves in this environment actually don't have that many fleas. In all fairness, my best guess would be that, indeed, they don't have a lot of fleas. Ah, shit, that one's trying to close the gap right there. He senses weakness. We ditched the other one, though, which is good. One at a time. Just walk backwards with a flare in your hand. This is the best strategy that I've found so far for making as much distance in as much time as possible. We got to be ready with another flare, though. I'm surprised this flare lasted the entire zone. This magnesium flare is getting it done right now. But yeah, when it's cold out, my dog doesn't get fleas. The time of the year when he gets a ton of fleas and a ton of ticks is actually the summertime. like the mid to early summer, end of spring is when my dog just has fleas crawling all over him. And it doesn't matter how much advantage I use. It doesn't matter how many flea collars I use. He is just infested at the end of spring. In fact, it's to the point where I'm trying to find an alternate solution. I'm thinking I'm going to have to get that spray stuff from the hardware store and spray the backyard with it. So there goes our flare, but we've broken line of sight for right now. Let's get back to Mystery Lake if we can. Mystery Lake, you over here? Come on, Mystery Lake. Get rid of that flare, too. There's no point carrying the weight around with me if I don't have to. Yeah, my dog is infested. Late spring to early summer, man. Good lord. My dog's white, and all you can see is little black things crawling all over him. It is brutal. I feel bad for him, but it's like we put advantage on him. We put, like, another thing on it that's okay to put on him with advantage, too. We even put on, like, I'm going to get another flare out just in case we have more wolf problems, although my wolf deterrents are getting kind of low right now. I don't have a lot of them. I think we'll be able to make it to the Hunter's Lodge without too many problems. I was surprised we made it in this episode. I was thinking it was going to take us a good 35 minutes to make it there, but it's all good. So we do have wolves in front of us, and we are carrying raw meat. So there's a pretty substantial chance that this guy's going to hear us right here, or at least smell us. I'm going to try and get up over the hill. We don't have the energy to fight back right now. We're going to lose a lot of status if I have to fight a wolf right now. Hoping we can make it to the lodge, or at least hoping that he doesn't turn around. Turn around, Wolfie's gonna eat my face and it will suck. And so there it is. They actually removed the little wispies of smoke too. Used to be able to use the little wispies of smoke from the top of the lodge over here to find your way home. But nope, they don't have that anymore. It might still be there in survival mode, but a lot of changes in between story mode and survival mode. So if you haven't played the Wintermute update, a lot of the things that were going to give you comfort when you played the game before, things that were going to guide you around and you could use as markers and things of that nature, they don't exist anymore. And so getting around some of those things is going to be a part of the learning curve. If you've been using like the smoke from the top of the stack over here as a crutch to find your way around, or if you've been just like, you haven't been playing the game. Like, I've played survival mode now, I think 3 or 4 times, and I still haven't found a rifle. Last night was the first time I found a rifle, and I think probably about 30 hours of playing survival mode on Stalker. Like, finding a rifle is really tough nowadays in survival mode, too. Once you find one, it's the bullets that become a problem. Like, I think I've only found 4 or 5 rounds, and I've cleared out 2 zones now, 3 zones in my current survival run-through. By the way, I do play Long Dark on Twitch TV a lot, so if you wanted to stop in, Twitch TV/SplatterCatGaming. I go live every single day at 3 p.m. Pacific time. I realize that's not super amazing timing for all of my Eastern Asian friends and all of my Australian friends, but unfortunately, we're constrained to the time zones we live in. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hopefully this goes well, because I got this guy his rifle, so hopefully he will be happy. So this is going to suck, but as it turns out, there was apparently something behind the repair shed that I needed to grab. Sucks, because we just spent a lot of time getting back here, but I'm going to see what I can do. Give me a second. Walking, 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 walking back to a place I've been, 'cause I'm a noob and I'm a rube and I am probably a big boob. I probably should have gone and got that thing so I didn't have to walk all day. So we've arrived again. Apparently the Night Talker's Lodge is supposed to be around the back here somewhere. I don't know exactly where it's at, but we basically have no wolf defense left. I only have 1 flare remaining. And so if we can avoid getting into trouble, that would probably be in the better part of stuff we're attempting to do out here. It says that there's supposed to be a lodge or something back here. I don't know. It told me to find a Night Talker's Lodge and go there. So I'm going to try and stay within eyeshot of... Well, there's a bridge right there. Bridges normally lead to places you want to go. Not all the time, but sometimes. Maybe we'll go have a look at this bridge. I feel like an idiot for not doing this at the front end. That deer scared the hell out of me. I feel like an idiot for not doing what I was supposed to do at the beginning of this episode. Oop. That deer done got. Luckily, he acted as a decoy for us, so good for him, because our status can't handle another wolf attack. That is straight problematic. Hopefully, he'll stay there for a little bit. There's a bunny over there, and then he rocks around so I can pick that little dude off. There is, actually. There's a rock over here. A bunny would actually be great for dinner. I think a rabbit sounds good. Let me see if I can take this little guy. Got him. There we go. Cool. Dinner. Taken care of. I was actually a little bit worried about our food supply, but if I can get 1 to 2 more bunnies, I think we're in really solid shape. I see a gate over here. So let's go have a look at it. I swear to God if it's locked. If it's locked, I will be forced to look for a key. I don't know what you were expecting me to say right there. Like, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to destroy myself. My sanity's going to fall apart. One or the other. I've spent an inordinate amount of time walking today, but... Oh, that's what the bolt cutters were for. So that actually makes a lot of sense now. Okay, let's close this behind us so that if any wolves get any rowdy-ass ideas to follow our scent up here, we'll be alright. We'll head up the mountain and we'll see what's going on and see if maybe we can find whatever this objective is that we were supposed to grab because, frankly, I'm already feeling kind of stupid today. But you've just got to accept that as, like, an eventuality. If you're going to be a YouTuber, like, you are going to screw up. You are going to look dumb on camera. Just accept that now. The second you start doing commentary, all of your mental capacity goes towards that, and you can't focus on, like, playing the game anymore because you're focusing on, like, talking about the things that are happening. It occurs. If this takes me to a different zone over here, which I hope that it does not. Yeah, there's the hunting lodge right there. That's why I didn't see it. It's because I didn't pan the map upwards. Okay, well, you know, could have been a much more successful episode. Not feeling super happy about this. But we're going to keep a smile on our face. We're going to keep trucking. Mistakes happen. And judging from looking on the internet and being like, where did I go wrong? And people were like, oh, you missed the hunting lodge. I found that a lot of people missed the hunting lodge, so I don't actually feel that terrible about it. At least I have an excuse that I was doing commentary at the moment. Because it's not like the game tells you when you pick up and fix the gun, it's like, all right, now I need to go to the hunting lodge in the north. Never says that. It's just like, okay, the rifle's fixed. That's what the guy told me to do, right? And then you just continue walking back home. That's what I thought. I thought our mission was to go. I don't remember them talking about night talkers at all. And so it was just like, go fix the rifle. I went and I fixed the rifle, and all of a sudden I got this new objective for some kind of thing I've never even heard of called a night talker. This is a great spot to get attacked by a wolf, and I'm not liking it at all. Yeah. There's our little buddy. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a gap in between us and him. And maybe catch a visual on wherever this place is we're supposed to be going. Oh, there it is right there. I went the wrong... Oh, shit, there he is right there. Well, damn. I gotta get them both on one side of me so that this flare counts for both of them. If I don't, we've got an issue. Oh, he's actually eating a rabbit right now. Good. Okay, so you eat a rabbit. I'm gonna keep going this way. You keep doing your thing. That one just got tore off on a rabbit, too. Fantastic. But now we're walking into the wind, which is bad. Really, really bad. It might be okay. We might be able to... Dude, if there's a key to this lodge that I don't have... Ugh, every time I think I'm going to make progress in an episode in this game, it's like, no, you need a key. And I'm just like, ah, shit on my face. Oh, God, there's another one. I'm going to let him bite me. We got to do what we got to do. There we go. He tore my clothing, but we got rid of him. I'll accept that. We can actually hang out inside the lodge until we feel better. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. I've still got a sewing kit, and I've got a few other things, and my guess is that we're probably going to find some material in here anyways. This game is kind of wolf... Yeah, I guess so, man. But anyways, the game is kind of turned into a zombie survival game with wolves just like everywhere nowadays. You just replace the zombies with wolves, and you got the long dark. Let's go back over to here. I need cloth or anything else I can get out of here. One more wolf attack, though, and we are completely and totally stuck. Check the vehicle real fast. I don't see anything on any of the seats. Let's get inside and see what it has for us. Inside we go. Oh, good. It wasn't locked. Even better. Well, that makes my day slightly better.
Looks like this might be where those eco-terrorists were hiding out. Let's see if they left anything useful.
Yeah, maybe we can get like an assault rifle or like an Uzi or something. There's a cooked rabbit right there. Some herbal tea. Storm lantern. Fire logs. Accelerant sounds great. If I can have the accelerant, please. There's some cloth there on the wall that we could tear up. We can also tear up the curtains to fix our equipment, which I think is a really good idea. Dude, they had stores over here. Hell yeah, let's get it. Yep, I will take all this stuff because we're probably going to eat it tonight. I don't have a whole lot of food laying around. So between the rabbit and the other stuff, rifle cleaning kit, a box of ammunition. Okay. We don't have a gun right now, but I think a box of ammunition will probably be helpful. I don't see anything else on the shelves down here. There is a basement. My guess is there... Oh, there's a flashlight.
Battery's probably dead. Still, might come in handy at night.
Okay. We've got accelerant over here. As you explore the world, you may discover that some electrical tools have been inert from the first flare, brought to life by the strange aurora lights in the sky. The flashlight can help you find your way in the darkness. It also has unexpected effects on wildlife. Okay. Where's this phone at? Upstairs, maybe? It's probably upstairs. Listening to it, it sounded like it was down here, but like, ooh, there's some gauntlets there. Not bad. Free bullet. Yep, every bullet counts. Some climbing rope. I'm a little... Climbing rope weighs a lot. There's a note over here, too. Meet up at the abandoned hunting lodge in the outskirts of Mystery Lake Park. GPS coordinates unreadable. We have to stop those Breyer House corporate fucks.
Gear is slowing me down.
Alright, well, we got the note. We got a little bit of water right there that keeps me from having to boil off water. I'll probably use up a lot of my firewood tonight, just making myself comfortable. Because I don't think we're going to have time to make it back to the zone. Ooh, flare shells, 2 of them. Hell yeah. Okay, that's exactly the kind of stuff that I needed. 2 flare shells is perfect. That means that I've actually got a little bit of a chance. Essentially, I got to let my status recover. If I don't let my status recover, I think we're going to struggle a little bit. Can't do anything with that right there, and it looks like we basically tapped out this place. I can't run anymore because I'm overweight. We should be able to fix that tonight without too many problems. Is there an upstairs we can go to? There is an upstairs. I heard a phone ringing, but I don't see a phone around here anywhere. I don't know. Do I have to investigate that? Search the lodge for supplies. Something here might save your life. So we've got a note, a flashlight, and a number of other things. Inside this room. Cabinet over here. What you got going on? Newsprint and some sodas. Bandages. Okay. Nothing inside the bathtub that's looking particularly amazing. Sewing kit. I suppose that might be useful. We'll go ahead and we'll shed a lot of the stuff in here once we've got it all put together. Like, that's the big thing I'm waiting for, is once we have it all in our inventory, I can sort through and kind of kick out the stuff I don't want and keep the stuff that I do. Inside this room, we've got a big old trunk. Some ragged cargos, a hoodie. Okay, I don't think any of that's going to be useful, except for tearing up. Another bullet right there.
I could use this.
Windbreaker. No, you can't, man. Stop saying you could use things that you definitely can't use. I mean, I suppose I could tear them up. That's the only thing that's really seeming like it's going to be useful right there. I think our clothing got torn ever so slightly by being attacked by wolves, as it tends to do. Nothing on the end table right there. It might be the climbing rope that I have to take, but I'm not stoked about carrying around an extra 5 pounds of gear with me when I can barely walk already. What's inside this little box right here? Oh, it's a phone box. So that's what was ringing right there. Doesn't look like I can do anything with it, though. Let's go get the climbing rope. I almost guarantee you that's what it wants me to pick up. It's going to be like, oh, get the climbing rope. Alright, let's go get the climbing rope. It says I should search for supplies, but I don't know what else there is. Yeah, we're moving pretty slowly now. Moving pretty... Anybody want a horseshoe? Anybody want a horseshoe? Nope. I don't see anything else here that looks useful. Like, everything else is looking fairly empty. I'm going to have a look around, and I'll let you know what I find. I'm going to end the episode right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in this somewhat meandering and shitty episode of The Long Dark. I will see you all next time. Hopefully we'll actually get some progress done at that point. But for right now, I am stuck looking around for whatever might be the object. Oh, there's a gun right there on the mantle. How many times did I walk past that?
Not much for guns, but after what I've been through lately, better to be safe than sorry.
There you go. Better to be safe than sorry. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for stopping in. Bye, everybody.